There is someone that wants to be a lead investor, but she is aware that in order for her to really benefit from investing in Orbit, she's going to have to put in a lot more money. And so that's a good sign for us, because it kind of validates that actually there is commercial potential with Orbit.
Is that just through the app, you mean? Is that why she's
not just through the app, is through quite a few things. So she's more interested actually in the corporate side of things. The app was like the added bonus, and then all the other products that we have down the line, where it's like, okay, you guys have thought about everything. I want to be part of this journey, and I want to make money as well from this journey. So I know that whatever I'm going to put in is going to have to be a considerate amount in order for me to enjoy the success of Orbit. So we are at a really good place, but we don't want to do anything too prematurely, because and so we know when we want, I guess, like investor money introduced. But right now, it's more so mentorship, their time, and their networks, which has been very, very invaluable.
Yeah, sure. No, that does make sense. To obviously not, run before you can walk. So that's but a lot of people jump into things too early, which can be detrimental to the whole business. But do you know, and obviously the app, you're saying that's the added bonus, and we're in a technology world, and I know people, investors like tech because they can see the return on their investment. So I know you're not pitching for, as you say, you're not pitching for investment right now, but do you know what type of investment you'll be looking for, like to scale, to launch the app? Is it like VC investment, angel investment, equity investment? Do you know what type you're looking for?
For the app, it will definitely be VC investment. For like the corporate side of things, it's more angel investment, or even some grant funding as well. But for the app itself, for it to do what we want it to do, and for it to look the way we want it to look and have the impact that we're looking for it to have, and the team that we need to have for it to be successful, is definitely VC investment.
Sure. Okay. So how would you describe yourself as a business? So is this a charity? Are you a social enterprise? Like what, how would you describe your business?
So it is for profit. And I'd say that there are like community aspects. In the first year or 2 years, actually, before we officially launched, our main focus was just building the community, but our strategy has always been quite commercial. So when we do build this community and we do have like a loyal fan base, if you will, how do we ensure that we are providing them with what it is that they are looking for? And what we found anyways, whilst kind of building the community, was that people wanted it to be exclusive. Like, this is what they were saying, like, we want this exclusivity. We want to be the first to know about this, or I want to be able to say that I'm at this tier, or I've contributed X, Y, and Z. Like, there is a need for this to be like a super safe space that actually you buy into. A lot of our like OG girls are super protective of the space. Like, who is entering now? Like, how is this going to change the way things are? So our goal has always been for Orbit to be commercial. I think how we're looking at it now is, I guess, delaying as much as we can, like charging the community for things and looking more towards like partnerships to subsidize that, because we do want it to be accessible. And that is like our plan going forward. But there will be aspects of it that do come at a fee, whether that's a subscription or membership, that just allows that exclusive access into our lives ourselves, because we are a small team and it is limited, like our time and what we are able to do.
Yeah, sure. And so how would you mention the partnerships model rather than charging people to join at the moment or to be part of the community? How will that work, and how do you plan on implementing that?
So at the minute, for part of our like, I guess, community growth strategy has been like running events. So being able to do our talks and then also now having in-person events. So our partners will pay us to have the talks, and we will factor in, okay, well, if we do it for X amount of people, how much do we actually need to kind of cover that cost, and what does that look like? Same with the events. If we're to now move from doing it for a small group of people to a larger group of people, how much do we need to cover the cost of whether it's ticket prices or whatever target that we have? And then how much do we ask for from our partners? So that's kind of how we're factoring it in. With the membership, it would still be factoring it in, but it wouldn't be as much as kind of where it is now. Because memberships kind of be like unrestricted funds, and then partnerships will be quite restricted because it goes towards different aspects and parts of the business.
Right, sure. Okay, I see. And so, Shanice, do you think that the model, so the partnerships model, do you think that is a great way for Orbit to be able to scale, or do you want to scale? Is that a plan?
Yeah, we absolutely want to scale. In terms of partnerships, that is not necessarily going to get us to where we want to get to, but it will help with the journey. Also, like I was saying, it's about being accessible. And in order for us to continue scaling and growing, and also growing that community, we don't just want to target a specific, whether it's demographic or working middle class or working class, whatever it is. We want it to be accessible for absolutely everyone. So the partnerships are a great way to do that, but we also need to be able to get funds to properly grow. So whether that's, speaking with corporates and going down that line and seeing what we can do with that aspect, or getting funding so that actually we can being invested in, so that myself and Brenda can actually do this full time and dedicate the time we need, so that we can effectively grow the community, so that we can actually give our time to it properly. We are being able to scale properly. So partnerships are part of the way, but they won't get us to scale in the way that we want to.
So partnerships for us act as a way to show traction to investors that actually, hey, look, these are the brands that are interested in what it is that we're doing. Here are the amount of people that are coming to our events. Invest in this part of the business so that we can grow to, or we can continue doing X and grow to whatever stage that is, and then continue on with our strategy. But partnerships isn't going to be like our sole business model. Like, there are products that we have in the pipeline, and other things as well.
Do you want to share any organizations who you have approached for funding? Or
definitely for any Black founders, Korea have a fresh fund that they do. Okay. They've got their fresh funds if you are a Black founder. I know, is it We Me 360? Also have some funding available with the Base Bank. But that's more if you're in the creative industry. Yeah. Hatch Enterprise also do pitching competitions where people can get some funding, and also have programs where you can apply for grant funding. So they're definitely out there.
Yeah, it's been great talking to you and just getting your perspective on what motherhood and womanhood and Orbit is all about, but then also the funding element as well, because a lot of these sort of communities, some people may question that, can they be monetized? Will people want to invest in them? Was it just a space where women just share their stories? But you've obviously shown that there is a possibility to monetize it. It's for profit, but also serve the community. So, Shanice, where can people find Orbit if they need to? Where are you? Socials, everything?
Instagram, Twitter, @BecomeOrbit. Check us out.